really like the fact that I can say, welcome ladies. There's no gentlemen there. You know, you say ladies and gentlemen. So this is welcome ladies. For the special gentlemen that we have allowed to be in our midst today, one of them is Ayo. Ayo, welcome. Thank you. So, traditionally, we try to start on time. And for those who are familiar with our programs, the earlier we start, the earlier we finish. So please don't feel rushed. It's because we have so much ground to cover today as we go along. I will just make a few housekeeping announcements. I'll leave the formal introduction and the formal welcome to my Oga at the top. She doesn't like it when I say that. But I'll invite her in to talk in a few minutes. Housekeeping. If your name tag is missing, do please let Lydia know at the desk. Or if there's an error in the spelling of your name, please let Lydia know at the desk. If you also have not taken the MBTI test, we sent out an assessment. If you have not taken it, please let me know by tea break. Apart from that, I want to get going, so I'll call on Margarita, the Deputy National Program Manager for Pearl Arts, to come and give us her opening remarks. Margarita!
Hello. Good morning. Good morning. I was a little bit nervous about my speech today, the welcome speech, because I had an opportunity to review the documents from November and December that track everything that you've all been doing over the last year. And I'm afraid I'm going to cry. So I'm going to do my best not to cry because I'm really proud. But first, let me start by saying women, whether appointed, promoted, or elected, are a minority in the Nigerian governance space. So together we're all changing that. So yay, well done. Nearly a year after this community of practice was launched, I'm proud to say that the successes are just too many to count. So I'll only name a couple. First and most important, we've had 2 babies, right? I don't believe. So we'll congratulate Nabila and Raquel in our absence, but we are proud we've had 2 babies in our family. We've seen women contesting and winning primaries. This is important, and we're proud of them. We've seen women rise into top positions, whether it's executive directors, heads of service, permanent secretaries, and moving really to very critical key positions in Nigeria. I can't wait to hear by next year what you've all been able to accomplish in those positions. And we've added Jigawa and then today Adamawa to our community, so welcome. In addition, I'm very pleased to say that we've also included women who work very hard to amplify women's voices at the community level. So welcome to the Idikacho women. And I'm also proud to say that our program has continued to provide critical technical support. We've taken great strides in making budgets more inclusive and more gender responsive. Big steps to help state governments perform better and the federal government. And we've made valuable contributions to Nigerians who have been most affected by conflict, particularly in the Northeast, and delivered valuable services to them. So well done to all. As I look around, I see many familiar faces. I'm very happy to have gotten lots of hugs already this morning. But I'm also seeing a lot of new faces. So I hope you'll take the next 4 days as an opportunity to meet some of the new women and welcome them into our community of practice. And so that we can continue to open up spaces in governance for women in Nigeria. To our friends from our ward, welcome back. Welcome for the first time. Thank you. We look very much forward to learning from you. and with your support to incorporate some of the mentoring skills in our traditional and professional structures. So we look forward to having you here. I wish us all an excellent learning event. And I'm proud of this big network of sisters in Nigeria. I thank you all for your continued support.
Oh, please, ladies, this was Margarita talking. Yeah, please. Oh. And it's not because it is Margarita. It is because the work, the effort, the vision that has come, that is behind this community of practice. We are already seeing the change. I am so happy to be here today. And I'm being careful not to step on other people's toes, and eat into their speeches. But look forward to 4 days of learning, 4 days of networking, 4 days of sharing, and 4 days of just empowerment and us being us in our own space. The next person to talk for a few minutes is the National Program Manager for ECP, Engaged Citizens Program, Adia Ode. Please just give us a few words. When I grow up, I want to be like her.
Thanks, Gigi, but we'll be running around in circles because I want to be like you. Good morning. I think I can say sisters. Good morning, sisters. Good morning. It's a real pleasure to be here this morning. And I wish I was in a cabinet meeting, in a government somewhere, or in a parliament, in government somewhere, to have so many women in a room. But we'll get there, hopefully, in Nigeria. I don't have much to say, just to say that the topic of this week's engagement is something that we all so need. I'll tell you a little story. I was 37 when I had my first baby. And that was when I first felt the power of sisterhood. I sat in the room after the baby in the morning, and there were women around me, and they were there willing to do everything and anything for me. They were so supportive. And for me, that is what it should be like to be among sisters. I was being mentored, even though I was older than many of the people who were mentoring me, because they had passed that road before me. And I hope that that's what we can all do in our workplaces, in our daily lives, with the women who are coming behind us, to ensure that we make increasing steps in our quest for equity, in our quest to have 50% of the world contribute equally to progress in the world, in our quest not to cheat ourselves of what we could be having. So I'm very happy to be here. I hope that you will take whatever it is you learn from here into your daily work. I know when the world infringes on your lives, on our lives, it's very easy to forget principles and the things we learn. But if we can make it part of our lives, I'm sure we will live those principles when we live here. So I'm looking forward to getting to know all of us here, one way or the other. I am actually looking, it feels like I'm going to open a present, because Margarita has told me all about what you experienced before. So I'm hoping that I will be here with many best friends at the end of 5 days. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Adia. Thank you so much. And yes, like Adia said, we're all looking forward to the next couple of days. 2 more things I want to talk about. Some people are sitting around tables and some people are sitting on chairs. Those of you sitting on chairs, it is for a short while. So logistics, we can see. I've never seen this many people in this hotel, to be honest. you know. The hotel is a buzz. It is really a buzz. And for those of us who are, well, Nigerians, except for the trainers, yes, we know that it is that time of the season, that time of the year, we know the things that are going on. So, logistics, sisters, we're going to split the group into two after tea. We're all together now for the morning sessions, introduction, getting to know each other. But at tea time, those who are not at tables, you have your tables set and ready and waiting for you in Kano Hall. We'll be there to lead you over. So it's just a logistics issue. Hilton simply could not get us a room that was big enough to fit everybody. So that's it. That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing is, we have some virtual people in our midst today. We have some consultants in Canada, and they are evaluating the community of practice. So Beth and Etienne are joining us by Skype. Are you there? Do you want to wave? Hi! So those of you on at this laptop, hello! Okay. So they are a fly in the wall. They just want to have a sense of who is in the community of practice, what do we do, what stories do we have to tell. So they'll be here with us up until tea break. They'll be part of the opening ceremony. Bev and Etienne in Canada. Beyond that, I think all the other conversations will emerge as the day goes on. So may I call on Award, our sisters from Award. Where are they? And I call them sisters because for those of you who may not know, at the launch of the community of practice, we invited Award to take us through a leadership and management course. They were here for 3 days, and it was 3 days of beautiful learning. Since then, we've had another meeting on conflict. That was when our Jigawa sisters joined us. We had some learning on conflict management skills. This is our third major event, and we're having our Adamawa sisters join us for the first time. And we have, as Margarita said, the education women, we have Dr. Akasa Naji, she's here with us as well, some special people in our midst. So the community of practice is growing, and we're happy to say that Award is growing along with us. A round of applause for Award. Yeah?
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
It's the first time I'm having a workshop where I'm not adding and gentlemen. He's supporting us, so he became an honorary member of this group. So I'm happy to see you. Inakwana. Tutuoma. You want to answer so that my name is Esther Jeru. I'm the Training and Development Officer at AWAD. AWAD is African Women in Agriculture Research and Development. I'm truly delighted to be here. It's overwhelming. And there's something about being with fellow women, being with sisters. There's something that comes that is just different. And those who have sisters, I know you know that feeling. You fight, you decide you'll never talk with each other, but still, when it's thick, that's the person you know, I did. That's the person you open up to. And I wish we could take the same thing into our work and into our leadership positions, because it will help us propel to a very high level. When I was looking at the list of participants, I was looking at the titles, and they are impressive. And I was like, when did these women get to this level? How has their journey been? Did it just happen? Were you just handed in like, yeah, go to the university, we treasure you very much, get this job, get promoted because you're very special? Did it ever happen like that? It's sweat and grueling and tears. It's never easy. The lenses that the women are looked at are micro. Because when you become a go-getter, when you know what you want, you're given a very negative name. When a man becomes aggressive, it's okay. You know, he's trying to tend to his family. He's trying to get a livelihood for his family. But for the women, she's a grabber, she's taking everything. The lenses that we are viewed with are very harsh. When you become a leader, people start evaluating. They won't say you got qualified. There's this nasty expression that says, oh, was it bedroom to boardroom? So nobody feels that it was your qualifications. When your children perform poorly or they are taking drugs, nobody says the father was absent. That woman, she's always at the airport, globetrotting, leaving her family. So you live, even when you get your success, you live with a heavy burden. You're condemned in your society. If you're a Christian in the church or in the mosque, everywhere there's something that brings a woman down. And when I was growing up, just about to start my family, there was this proverb 31, for those who are Christians, that says what a woman should be. Oh, she wakes up very early. Oh, she fends for her children. Oh, she's so many things. And at some point, I didn't like that proverb. I thought it was very oppressive for the women. Until I started getting some discernment, and I said, the noble woman in Proverbs 31. Sorry for those who are not Christian, but I'm sure you have something similar in the Holy Quran. I realized this woman being described here is a woman that we are. It's a woman that wakes up early. I'm sure you slept here, but in the morning you called. Have they eaten? Have they gone to school? And probably if it was a man, you'd just be thinking about, did they iron well my shirt? Yeah, there's a workshop we attended, we were for gender, and one of the participants said, a man, he said, my wife wakes up to prepare me to wake up. So get the irony. Yeah? So my question is, who prepares this woman to wake up? So when I read that proverb, I stopped making excuses about the things I want to achieve. Because that woman who is cited as virtual, noble woman, she wakes up early. She makes sure her family has enough to eat. And in winter, they don't go cold. She makes sure she plants a vineyard. For today, it will be the food that we grow. She considers a piece of land. So don't tell me I can't do investment. Don't tell me I can't take leadership. Because by the time you decide to get land, it means you're considering, will I buy it in Lagos? No, I think Abuja, the price, it will appreciate quickly. So you have a strategy. So that book validates me. I don't have to make excuses to anyone. I'm a manager, I'm a planner, I'm a leader, I'm everything. And it ends by saying the husband is respected at the city gate because of her. Do you see the power that you carry? So today, we are giving a set of learning experiences that will equip us to feel validated, to know how to go about our things. Because as you go out there, it gets very lonely. You're not sure who to discuss with. You're not sure who to guide you. You're not even sure who to give you the right guidance. So we are here as sisters, and we are not going to tell you what to do. We are all going to share our experiences. We are just going to give guided facilitation. So I want to welcome you to the award Mentoring and Advanced Leadership Skills course. And this course, we've crafted it with the background I've given you in mind. That you will need leadership skills that will allow you to deliver what you need to deliver without feeling like you have to apologize. To equip yourself and make yourself strong. Then we'll look at mentoring. We need to mentor. You've reached that high level. How many women's lives can you change? And I know you've been doing it, but do you have a formal structure, a model that you can use to help you give a guided mentoring session. So we are going to go through that. Secondly, we have, you're quite senior in your positions, but you still have aspirations. There are things you want to do. Even presidents normally have a council of presidents where they tap in. So you also need somebody to mentor you. When you get burnout, when you start getting so lonely there at the top, who do you reach out to? And everybody is looking at you thinking you have everything in your mind. And they don't know you spend sleepless nights trying to grapple with things, and you have no one you can trust to call. So you need a person to mentor you. If you reach a certain age, you are finding our sons and daughters are joining the job market. And they rise very quickly, and sometimes they even become our bosses. How do you deal with that? How do you start also mentoring somebody who is younger and who seems to know more about you in terms of technology? Are you going to be those people who say, 30 years ago we used to do this, and it's no longer valid? Nowadays you tell them something, they tell me, there's this app, it calculates for me this and this. Yeah? So you might also find yourself at that senior level, you're being mentored by somebody who is younger. But the experience they have is different. So we have to switch a bit our mindset from our African way of doing mentoring to realizing that we also need support and mentoring. So I welcome you to this course, and I'll talk briefly about award, because maybe some of you are not aware of what we do. Award started in the year 2008. You can see we have 10 there. Last year we celebrated 10 years. It started as a career development program for women scientists. So we offer fellowships to the women scientists because we realize so many women are doing research, but they are not able to publish their works. They are not able to get funding. They end up getting other people to get funding for them, and yet they are the ones who are doing the work. So, and that has greatly empowered women scientists, and they are able to publish, they are able to run programs. So that is one of our core mandates, is to empower women through fellowships. Then we have gender responsiveness in agriculture research and development. That is our second initiative, where we support national agriculture research institutions. And we also have Gaia, gender in agribusiness, where we help women grow their businesses down the value chain. So we hold boot camps, and those who win get funding to run their innovations. We also have trainings as a separate body, where we are able to empower institutions, but our core is women. But with gender coming in, we are also having to include men, because we cannot also progress on our own. This is not a feminist movement. Yeah. It's giving a level playing ground for everyone. Yeah? We need those men. They are our fathers, they are our husbands, and they are God's creation. And we won't succeed if they are not succeeding. So it's not a question of us getting better than them. It's just creating a level ground. If I want to stand for a political position, let me be. Even if I'm a woman, give me the same platform. So that is our approach. So we offer different trainings under the training initiative. We have leadership like what we are having now, but this is a cocktail. We have mentoring and leadership and negotiation. So the aspect of negotiation is to equip you. How will you be asking for what you want without losing your hair? You know, what are you putting at the table so that you're also given what you want? So that is also one of our trainings. We also help women to do publications and proposal writing skills. So what we are basically offering now is an abridged course. So when you're ready for mentoring, we have a program that is specifically for mentoring that runs for 5 days. And it takes you through all the models. And we give a support of 1 year on running it. Then we also have the leadership that can be given separately and negotiation skills that is given separately. So for all this to happen, we have a team of trainers, Francophone and Anglophone. We have a team of 36 trainers, experts in their own field. And they are the ones who make all this happen. So we have programs and you're divided according to your expertise. Our learning approach is interactive. Please, we don't have right or wrong answers. They're just learning experiences. So please speak what is in your mind. Speak it. If you can't speak it in English, speak it in any other language. We are going to get it. So don't sit and say, oh, maybe mine is not right. Maybe they are going to think, we want all the answers. So please, it's interactive. The trainer who stands here does not know everything, because we are all equal minds here. So please, it's interactive. We want to hear from you. We want to have your thoughts as well. And I don't want to say much. I want you to see the team that is going to make this happen. And the team is there at the back. Please, let's put our hands together for the award winners.
I'm here with my colleagues, so I'll just give them the opportunity to introduce themselves, then we'll move on.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad and happy to be back.
Yes.
Yes, nice to see familiar faces. Happy to see some fresh and yearning faces. Looking forward to meet you. My name is Salome Itoho. I'm from Kenya. Kenya, so east and west we merge. This is where we merge, and we had such a great experience. I know we're going to have an even greater experience. So my background, largely, I was in HR, people relations, for 22 years. Then moved on to consulting and training, where I work in the areas of leadership, mentoring, governance, anything people and business. I work with the deaf people, so I also do sign language. The language I do is called Kenya Sign Language. I know here you have Nigerian Sign Language. In terms of qualifications, I have a doctorate in leadership, and I am a certified public secretary, which is I'm a company secretary. I'm also a certified professional mediator. And I use all these skills blended in very many programs. With award, I've been with them now for 9 years, doing the mentoring and the leadership programs. But there is so much more that we do. When we come here and stand before you, we learn so much. You may think that you are the ones who are getting from us. We get so much from you. And so I thank the team that we met last year that improved us. So those who are meeting us for the first time will have an improved version because of the interaction we had last year. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Ivy Drafwamenya from Ghana, Accra. Yeah, it's a blessing to be here. I haven't been to Abuja before. It's my very first time. I've been in Ibadan, but not Abuja. And it's a great delight for me to be here. I work at the university. I've been lecturing at the university since 1995. When I came back from Canada with my training. I've been dean of faculty. I've been head of department. I've consulted for many of the international organizations as well. I'm an ordained minister of the gospel. So I'm a pastor. My relationship with award dates back to the beginning of award, 2008, when I was selected as one of the first fellows of award. So I've been mentored formally, and I've also mentored somebody formally, an excellent woman who is doing so well, from whom I learned a lot. Right now I'm a trainer in the award. I train in leadership, mentoring, and science. And it's a delight to be here, and we are all looking forward to learning together and have a great experience within these 4 days.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I am so happy to see you once again. For those who were together last year towards the end of February, I'm so happy to be back here in Abuja. And I'm so happy to meet yet many, many beautiful faces. Coming to Nigeria is a pleasant thing to come and share the things that we have gone across that are relevant to you in your effort and challenges. My background, for those who are here, you know that I am an animal lover. I'm a veterinarian. Surprise. We will not talk about chicken and cattle and horses in this meeting unless it's absolutely relevant. But I'm a veterinarian who cares about the people who keep the animals, benefit from them, and give livelihoods. So my study of animals and everything brought me to understanding people and taking interest in people and how they relate with each other. So I took professional training in personal mastery and soft skills, which are used in communicating with communities. And actually, I am a university lecturer. I am a lecturer in the University of Makerere in Kampala, Uganda, in the College of Veterinary Medicine, Animal Resources and Biosecurity. And with that, I blend my community outreach in doing a lot of work that relates with human, and I've done a lot of work with leadership and management. And my journey with the word begins right from inception. I was recruited to support the training in a word, and I trained on all the courses of award except leadership, except mentoring orientation. So I train in leadership, I train in science, proposal writing, manuscript development, because I blend the two. And I do the same things to my students, both undergraduates, masters, and PhD students, but I go out to extend to organizations that work in especially rural development, agricultural development. And I'm really, really very happy to be with you to share the little, but also again, what Salome said, you have an improved package of us, because everywhere we go, we pick things that we plow back to make it even better, to make it relevant to the audiences that we interact with. And I really look forward to a very, very interactive learning together for change. We are here for change, and we'll be talking about change, and I look forward to this. Thank you.
So my name is Pamela Yoga Yeke. I come from Kenya, based in Nairobi, and my background is banking. I am totally different from these other ones. I come from the corporate world, and basically I worked in the bank for about 11 years, rose up the ranks to management. Then I did a course that changed my life. I discovered my purpose. And I realized I was in the wrong place. For a while, I was not happy with my banking career. It was bogging me down. I was blaming the bank. Then I realized there was no problem with the bank. The problem was I was misplaced. That was not my place. So I moved out and, did other things, got certified in coaching, leadership, soft skills. I started learning all these things. Opened my own training firm and consultancy firm, which I run today. Which I've been running for over 14 years now. And I did a lot of work in the corporate world until I met Awad. I was there right at the inception, just like Maria. And when they recruited me at first, I wondered, gosh, I came from a world where the bottom line was very important. We went out there and looked for money and brought it in. So suddenly you bring me into a world where you give me money, and I have to find what to do with it. So I had to learn that, things, I had to learn a new way of doing things, and it's really been an exciting journey. So for Award, I do leadership, negotiation, I do mentoring, and other soft skills. I mean training of trainers. So it's been a great journey. just getting to know this other side of the world. I work also with the government arms, so I've seen some of you who are from the government. So it will be nice to meet and interact. And I'm really looking forward to a great week. Like she said, change. Change is so important. Change is ever there. I mean, if there's one thing that's constant, you all agree with me, eh? It's change. So as we go into this course, we need to be thinking, what is it that I can grow from here that by the time I leave, I can go out there and make a difference. And I've had so many successful stories from you all. Like yesterday we were listening to one, I don't remember her name, but there's this lady who came and just said the way she went, and she put into practice what she learned here, and she got promoted. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, I mean, I've really shortened the story, but it was great just to hear that in such a short time, that could happen. And just, the stories that are coming out. So I'm also coming improved from my sisters here. So welcome to this course, and we are here for you. Okay. So next. So Ivy and I are going to help us to introduce ourselves. Now that you know us, I think it's time that we also get to interact a bit. But we will just do like a short intro in this session. Remember, Titi mentioned that after this, we are dividing the groups. So we'll get to know each other more when we move to our individual groups. So for now, we're just asking us to, give your name and your organizations. Okay. Is that fine? Yeah. All right. Do you mind standing when you're introducing yourself? Please, if you can, stand so that at least people see you. Okay. Yes. So who wants to start? Whoever starts, we go round. And we will hold the applause until, after a few people. Because if we keep clapping, yeah. So somebody lifted their hands, you. Okay, so we'll go round.
Good morning, sisters in this room.
Good morning.
I am pharmacist Omolara Ajayi. You can just call me Lara. From Ministry of Women, Children and Social Affairs, State of Osun, in Osogbo. Thank you.
Good morning, sisters. I am Nancy Oko Onya of Idikacho Women in Governance Network, Ebonyi State.
Thank you.
My name is Chama Itodo, and I work with Pearl Arc at the federal level, and I'm so super excited to be here. The last time I was here, I left with the belief that I can, and I'm still living in that spirit. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Ada Odenti. I work with Pella, and I'm happy to have Margarita as a boss.
Wow, Margarita.
Bofoluke Adebi is my name. I'm from the State Planning Commission, Ibadan. Call me Foluke.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Judy Imawoboki. I work with Partnership to Engage, Reform, and Learn the Engaged Citizens.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Aisha Abubakar. I work for Pearl and I'm also delighted to be part of it. Thank you.
I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Titi Lopa Fakoya, and I work for Pearl as well. Thank you. Say what I do for maybe it helps us to know each other better. I'm the Gender and Social Inclusion Advisor for ARC.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Hadiza Ahmed. I come from Jigawa State, from Primary Health Care Development Agency.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Mika Yambi. I work with the federal team
morning, everyone. My name is Layo Asabia. I work for an organization called Joint Commission, Development Agenda for Western Nigeria. I'm so delighted to be here, and even happier that I have a stake in the room.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Cecilia Oborogaya. I work for the Administrative Staff College of Nigeria. I was invited last year, but the invitation came a bit late and I couldn't come, so I'm very happy to be here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cecilia is the Director General. She's being humble. My name is Margarita Sweeney. I'm the Deputy National Program Manager for the Partnership to Engage, Reform, and Learn, the accountable, responsive, and capable government.
My name is Sylvia Ogwemeli. I'm a retired permanent secretary. I'm presently the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Enugu State on training. I was here at the first award outing, and I can't really say how delighted I am here today. I don't even know what to expect, because what I got the last time, I'm not done with it yet. It's so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please pass it to. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies. My name is Princess Adinike Ajayi. I work with the Lagos State Government with an office called the Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation.
Thank you.
Good morning, my dear sisters. My name is Kubra Ahmadich, Director of Planning, Research and Statistics, Office of the Deputy Governor, Kano State. I really love to be here with you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Sani Hachani. I come from Kaduna State Ministry of Health and Human Services in the Department of Nursing and Midwifery Services of the state. I'm very delighted to be here.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nefisa Suleiman from Jigawa State Ministry of Health. Thank you.
Okay, let's take a pause there. Thank you so much, all the women who've come and introduced themselves so wonderfully. We want to appreciate you. Do you remember Pasha? Those who were here before. Yeah. Let's Pasha these women first. Pasha, 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 Pasha. Oh, now let's hear the next.
Good morning, sisters. My name is Joanne Opogu. I work with CELAC in the Southeast in Good morning, everyone. My name is Paul Kuri. I work with CELAC and I'm a contract and consultant manager. Thank you.
Good morning, mommies in the house. My name is Ricky Ashiru Duomo John. I work with the CELAC Kaduna office. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mona Chiso Julano. I work with CELAC Southwest office.
Good morning, all. My name is Amina Imon Said from Office of the Auditor General, Kano State. Presently, I'm the Auditor General of Kano State.
Good morning, sisters. My name is Agatha Naji. I'm from Enugu State and Imo State by birth. I'm a director with CEREDEC, Southeast Regional Economic Development Organization. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies. My name is Zuleha Tubelo. I'm from Adamawa State Planning Commission. Like my people will say, Jakbama. We are all welcome.
Good morning again, sisters. My name again is Adia Ode, and I'm National Team Leader for the Engaged Citizens Pillar, which is a sister pillar to ACT, and we both make up 12. And I'm looking for Maria, and I'm a veterinarian.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning, sisters. My name is Muazzam Isai Hussein, Director and Administration, Kano State House of Assembly.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Laura Omar Absalam. I'm very, very happy to be here. This is my first time, but I'm actually looking forward to learning a lot from you. I'm also a trainer, but media trainer and agenda trainer. I'm hoping to take a lot of things from you. In fact, from your introduction, I just feel like let the day run so that at least I'll fix so many things. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Good morning, beautiful women of substance. My name is Uchoma Iwasu. I am the reform manager managing the government pillar of Pearl called ARC in the southeast, working out of the regional hub in Enugu. I'm happy for another opportunity to experience award.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alon Sego, the Director of the Ministry of Finance, Kaduna State.
Good morning, sisters. My name is Nena Chikete. I'm a permanent secretary in the Ministry of Women Affairs, Abia State.
Good morning, my dear sisters. My name is Seusen Koro, and I work with Pearl Arc.
Good morning, my sisters, my daughters, and my grandchildren. My name is Florence Aya. I am a former member of parliament. I'm from Kaduna State. We run a mentoring and leadership initiative. It's an NGO. We have worked with Pearl in Kaduna State, and I'm so glad to be here because I cannot wait to share. Thank you.
That's all right. That's all right.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chika Owadi. I'm the reform manager for Pearl Arc Southwest Hub. Our office is in Lagos.
Good morning, sisters. My name is Sakia Mohammed from Jigawa State. I come with so many expectations, and I hope the metro will see will be different from our own system of African metro. Because sometimes, I'm sorry to say, we women are the enemies of ourselves. But I know today, the training we receive will definitely change their focus on what the training is all about. Thank you very much.
We will learn more about that.
Good morning, sisters. My name is Yvonne Enfoma, and I work in Pearl. Entire Pearl.
My name is Asma Ashu. I'm from Kaduna State Ministry of Works and Women's.
Good morning, beautiful women. My name is Denny St. John, and I'm a consultant from Pearl Arc.
Good morning. My name is Lilian Koli. I work as a service delivery advisor for ARC Pearl. Good morning, sisters. I am Manobu Lawan, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture of Ogun State. And interestingly, agriculture is not my field. I studied accountancy. I was an accountant general for 6 years in the ministry. And now I find myself in the Ministry of Agriculture. And interestingly, an award is also into agriculture seriously. So I'm looking forward to getting a lot. I'm working with the team of awards, not only in this present program, but also in agriculture itself.
Thank you so much.
Pacha, 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 pacha. Good morning, everyone. My name is Doris Aluchama. I'm the Council Operations Manager for Pearl and Southwest Hub.
We want to appreciate the next set of beautiful women who have just amazing women full of experiences, some who are our grandmothers and so on. Let's pasha them. Let's pasha them. what I didn't tell you is that I'm an associate professor in agricultural economics, so we are together. Yeah, we'll take the next group, please.
Okay, thank you. We'll start from here. Because she's just coming and she's trying to settle us, so I don't want to.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Wahan Swamajura. I'm from Adamawa State. I'm the Deputy Chief Registrar and a registrar in one of the courts. Let me just say this before we start. I have been into groups since 2000. I'm an activist. Good morning, ladies. My name is Ada Obi. I'm the Human Resources Manager for Parallel Program. Thank you.
Good morning, sisters. My name is Professor Kate, and so from Canada. I'm a Commissioner for Basic Education in Anambra State. This is actually my 50th year as Commissioner. And I had to choose between staying home tomorrow for my birthday and being here.
Good morning, sisters. My name is Honorable Pamela Adinja. It's the Cultural Women in Governance Network in Enugu State.
My name is... Good morning, all. I am Jumwe Sibafo from Kaduna State, Director of Monitoring and Evaluation, Planning and Budget Commission. Thank you.
Good morning, all. I remain Fibu Subaya from Planning and Budget Commission, the Director of Budget.
Good morning, all. My name is Mariam Adelike. I work with Kaduna State Ministry of Health. I'm the Medical Director at Hospital General Hospital University. I'm so delighted to be here. It's like this topic is actually chosen for me. Thank you.
Wow. Good morning, ladies. My name is Bangola Clara Adesi. Is still your cute Clara. I'm delighted to be in the midst of my friends. I work with Lagos State government. Thank you.
Good morning, sisters. My name is Amina Wani Musa, Permanent Secretary, Establishment, Office of the Head of Civil Service, Kano State.
Good morning, all. I'm Hawasan. I work with the Yogi State in the Private Healthcare Management Board, Department of Planning, Research, Monitoring and Evaluation. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies. My name is Alex. I'm working for PERM, supporting the program analysis. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies. My name is Bumi Saidi. I am the co-governance facilitator for Power Act, working from the Abuja office.
Good morning, sisters in the house. My name is Honorable Mrs. Ethel Ujose Atumu from Anambra State, the Anambra State Coordinator in Agricultural Women in Governance, IWIG, from Umoji. Thank you.
Good morning, all. My name is Abosede George. I work for Lagos State Government. I work in an agency called the Office of Overseas Affairs and Investment, Lagos Global. I'm the director there.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I'm Habiba Njida. I'm the Knowledge Management Facilitator with Kano, Pearl, and Good morning, Deputy President. My name is Chinese Gonzo. I don't work with any organization. Here is my phone. She's a American organization. She works with Pearl Arc. I'm the 300 level student of economics department.
Good morning, sisters. My name is Yetunde Adebuke, and I'm consulting for Dialogue.
Good morning, sisters. I'm Rami Monsuriola, Director of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce, Industry, Cooperative and Tourism, Kano.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Rachel Ila. I work with the Pearl on the Knowledge Management and Communications team.
Good morning, sisters.
I'm Uwani Jasper, working with the Jigawa State Ministry of Education in charge of private schools. Thank you.
Good morning, virtuous women. My name is Ifeoma Chukwuma. You can call me Ifi for short. I work with the Partnership to Engage, Reform and Learn, the Engaged Citizen Pillar from the Southeast. I'm used to working behind the scenes, so I'm happy to be here, observing everything, and I'm more than excited to be here. Thank you all.
Good morning, ladies. My name is Oshua Balidosi, Public Service Management Advisor for Pearl Park. Ex-banker, 24 years.
Wow.
Like Pamela.
Yes.
And I've been consulting for, I think, over 15 years.
Thank you. One more lady right here in front of me.
Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Sophia Odoko. I'm the Knowledge Management Communications Service Officer for Pearl.
Thank you, Sophie. And now, let's Pasha all these lovely ladies. Is there anyone I've forgotten? Okay. Pasha, 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 Pasha! Mama! Welcome. Oh, sorry, man. So now that we all know each other, we want to at least understand what we're here for in more detail. So I'll invite my colleague, Maria, to come and tell us about the course. Just turn over the mic. Yes.
We deliberately made this an all-women's affair. So it's not by accident that we have a female professional photographer going around today so that we'll be comfortable. We want her to introduce herself.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm Grace Damisa. Yes, I'm a photographer. Thank you very much.
Well done, Grace. Thank you. Sorry to barge into you.
No, it's okay.
Before we split up, because as Titi told us, we'll be splitting after this first session. It would be nice to know what lies ahead of today. And this is today's agenda. We are quite intelligent. We didn't put there at the time. That's what is there. Okay? We have just had the welcome and opening, and we have done the introductions. We have a good idea of what each and everybody in this room is. We will go through briefly what the objectives are, and this agenda is about what lies ahead the entire week. We will then create guidelines that will make us work together productively over the next 4 days. And then that will close the setting of the scene. Once we have set the scene very well, all preparations done, then we will launch into the deep by talking about women leaders as change agents. Majority of you are already change agents, but we said change is a constant, continuously changing. We can change even more. So what is it going to be that we want to focus on as change agents who are women as well? And as women and people who are change agents, we also engage in mentoring others, but also getting mentored so that we can continuously change for the better. We'll talk about that as well. And we'll look about at the award mentoring, program to share with you how award does it, but acknowledging the fact that there are very many different ways of arranging mentorship. Just sharing with you, and you can now be able to say, that will work for us, that may not work for us, so we make a decision, right? And then we'll end the day like that. So, that is what we have for today. What do you think? Yes, I was listening to the lady saying, I'm expecting so much. And I was saying, God help me, yes, we will be able to work there. So, with the agenda, I want us to turn to your page 5. Please put a name, a loud name on the book that is in front of you. We know you have gone through conflict resolution. We still don't want a lot of conflicts over names and books. So write your names, because this book belongs to you. Every now and then we'll be inviting you to look in that book. That is where we have the objectives. And I just want us to walk through them briefly. The major thing is we want to equip women with leadership skills for more effective team management and better service delivery of their mandates. We have a variety of mandates in the room. How can we get those other additional leadership skills that you have? But we also want to provide space for the women to learn and understand what a formal mentoring process for female public office holders can look like. What will it look like? And you will explore what should it look like based on the real life that you live in. The third one, we want to provide an opportunity for those women who are not part of the previous event to learn from their MBTI preferences and deploy them productively to achieve the things that you really want to achieve. So those are the things, but we know, don't say, I got mine, what is it? We're going to add more exploration of what can even be learned more from your MBTI preferences. What do you expect? And this is where the real nuts, after we've done that, what are we expecting and hoping that will be the result of this meeting? We think that when we go through all those 4 days and the ingredients of the agenda, you will be equipped with the necessary skills to implement formal mentoring processes in your work environment. To implement means you can mentor or you can be mentored and you can run a program that is effective. And then the other thing, if you know your MBTI preference, and for those who don't know, to be able to create effective teamwork, because we believe teamwork achieves more. To draw upon the network of colleagues for personal and professional support, guidance and assistance. We can't overemphasize this more. And adapt core skills, knowledge and tools for yourself and deploy them within the challenges you face day to day in your workplaces, but also in your social networks, and extremely importantly, in your personal family life. Because we don't want to detach and say, when I'm in office I behave like this, and after that I sign off, I transform into another human being. We are one complete person, and we will be talking about all those things as one complete person. Yeah, so those are the, do you have any questions? Any issues? Okay, so what can you expect as we do our course? We will be discussing good leadership and management practices, a lot of discussions, continuing from what we discussed last time. Don't worry if you're not there last time and you say, oh my God, we will be left behind. No, we have taken good care of that through a mix of methods and activities that you'll be engaged in. And it is our hope and trust that you're really energized to engage in activities and exercises, because it will be quite interactive. we will also invite you to share information about yourself, but also about how you're perceived by others, because it will help us to grow together. We will also be doing a lot of practice and a little bit of hard work. A little bit, not so much, just a little bit. Okay? Yeah. So, in order for us to do that, I'm going to invite my sister Salome to take us through yet again, beginning to say if we have to do all that, how can we do it very effectively? Over to you, Salome.
Thank you. Let us Pasha. Pasha Maria and Pamela. Yes. So what we're going to get to now is barriers to learning. We were told that as you come here, there's so many things. We had a story of somebody who waits for the wife, whose first duty is to wake up the husband, and prepare the husband. Yes. So, what is it that we need to set ourselves? What should we do to get ourselves fully present? Now, what I do with my students in the university, now that I am here, to ensure that they do not disturb me. Because you know, the students today are very active. They want to know, they'll ask you several questions, and they want to meet you. So to ensure that they don't follow me to Abuja, what I did is, of course, I have a professor standing in for me. I made sure the notes are up to date, and I made sure that the assignments are being sent by email. They are not being presented in person, because if it is in person, they will be looking for me. And the kind of students we have is, they'll call you, where are you, ma? Where are you, ma? I need to submit my assignment. So I put that away. I put systems in place so that I am in this training 100%. Yes? So now, what I want us to do is, for you, I want us to discuss in tables. What is it that could get in the way of learning? What is it that could disturb you and prevent you from getting the benefit that we have planned for you? That you have tables are one team. Those who are in the seats, the people at the front will turn back. They will turn back. So the people at the front there, you form one group there, and at the back, the seats, you form another group. But those in the round tables remain the way you are. And discuss what is it that will keep you from getting the benefit of your training. I have given you my example. Okay, let me backtrack a little as you prepare. As you prepare, think about it individually. Think about it individually, and then I will share it in the group. So because you have your own thoughts, before you go to the group, you will not take your partner's thoughts. Each of you needs to be here individually present. So have you thought of yours? Yes? I see our veterinarian is ready to go. So now, as we sit in our groups, so discuss with those thoughts that you have in mind. So two things, just two things you think if you do or don't do will help create a conducive learning community and will manage those barriers. Do we understand each other? So what I'm saying is, when you came in here, of course we've left lots of baggage. We want to free our minds. We want to be here fully present and only attend to this training. So what are those things that could possibly disturb us and we don't get the benefit of the training? So in our tables or in our groups, I want you to come up with two behaviors or two, whether it is as a participant or you as a trainer, that if you do those things or if you don't do those things, your training will be affected. I gave you the example that my students, I don't want them calling me. So what is it that you're going to do? What are the trainer? Two things only per table. Just to you discuss, please. Yes. At least is it the most and those that But we have many ideas. Is that okay? Right, so one from this table, one behavior. And you shout so that everybody use the mic so that you don't hear.
Okay, in our group, one issue was common.
No, just the behavior. Tell us what you will do.
What we'll do in our group is set up a good communication between the group, I'm using the group now, but it's person, and the home front and the office. Communication, giving basic information that is required for things to work out well, putting the right things in place, having the right persons understand the things that should be done, when to do that, and the necessary resources needed to do that.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Let me just clarify. That is what you should have done before you came.
Yes.
Today is what we want. What is it you will do and not do? Because that should
Okay, what I will do today is, if it is calls that are coming in,
yes,
put my phone on silence.
Okay.
During tea break, return the calls, attend to issues. Great.
Thank you. So one from here, just one.
Our team would like to talk about the temperature in the room. It's a distraction. And we agreed that we will share our rappers.
Wow. Yes, the temperature can affect us. And look at that sisterly love. They're not talking about calling the technicians to turn the temperature down. They're saying share rappers. So the environment, conducive environment. Okay, yes.
Okay, for us, we'll try to make the sessions as participatory as possible. Make sure everybody contributes, everybody's voice is heard.
Thank you. So participation, active participation, and all voices will be heard. Thank you.
Now we talked about seeking clarification. If anything is unclear, just signify by raising your hand and then it gets clarified. Thank you.
Yeah. No, just one. No. First to this one. That's one team. You're one team.
Another group.
Another group.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So, for us here, we talked about ensuring that timelines are adhered to.
Timelines. Thank you. So stick to time. When we say an exercise, it's 20 minutes, it is 20 minutes. If we say tea break, it's 15 minutes, it is 15 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, ours has actually been said that in order to take care of email backlogs and then call backlogs during tea break so that we're not distracted.
So we want to avoid distraction. Yes, we're avoiding distraction. Okay.
Okay, so for us, a few things that we talked about has been said, but just for us quickly, it's to ensure that we listen to all contributions that are being made without being judgmental.
Listen without being judgmental. Thank you.
Yes. Ours, although our house have already mentioned, we have avoidance of distraction as one barrier, and then non-participation.
So participation is also there, and
and also we've said that even taking all your dealing with all your calls during the tea break might still be a distraction, because you can just get something that will disrupt you for the rest of the day. Yes. So it's better to deal with them after the training.
I think that's very important, because I'm not saying that we don't handle emergencies, but you could actually come back, take your laptop and go and sit by the stairs and start working. So please, let's have the session over.
All right, thank you. For us, we recognize all the barriers, and we agreed that we want to empower the facilitators more to ensure that we are not bored, so that we don't revert back to our phones, and to ensure that we don't begin to converse. So we want to minimize side talks.
Minimize side talks. Thank you.
We utilize break periods, switch off our phones, and reduce side talk. Okay, thank you.
Okay, our table is last. So I will conclude by saying we should focus our minds fully here. It's very easy to have your mind get elsewhere, actually get to London or America, or even Jigawa in a split second. So that easy to focus your mind fully here. We have to do with family, different distractions, work. So it would be good to focus your mind fully here, 100%, not 99%.
Yes, be fully present. She says not 99, but 100%. So do we agree with us? Yes. Are we going to abide? Yes. There's no time to try. We're only here for 4 days. We're only here for 4 days. We must do it. So I would like a commitment, but just before we get to the commitment, let's see if there's anything else that may have slipped our mind. So you said that be present here, that was the last one. You have one more? Bunny. It's not here? Shout it out.
Yes. Introducing teasers and jokes as part of it.
Okay, icebreakers, teasers and jokes. that you are fully present. So, you know, we know that you like us, but we don't want you to like us too much, so that you are agreeing to everything we say. So please, if you see like you are in the agreement mode, put up your hand and we can do some stretches, some songs, and some dance. Thank you. Yes.
Sorry, I attended a training once whereby the trainer used a strategy that worked for us, an expensive strategy. So occasionally, every 1 hour, he passed around a box of chocolates. When we asked him why he was trying to get us, why his intention, whether it was to get us passed, he said no. Like when you take a lot of chocolates, of course, you go very hard. Yeah. So that's a strategy.
Pressure, no pressure, we shall see. I can see we'll have fun in this team. That's what we want. Lively discussions, even when we're doing serious stuff. So be 100%, be 100% present. And Maria raised this. We said, speak from your own experience. Why is that important? Because we say sisters and sisterhood, paying it forward mentally. The mistakes I have made, you should not make. Joma, you should not make. So if I give my experience, you learn. So we're here to support each other. We're here to lift each other. Don't play it safe. You know what playing it safe is? I might say that, what will they think? I put up my hand, and I think that my point has been said. Say it. Let us tell you it has been said, but say it. So don't play it safe. Don't think of how, remember we are sisters, don't think of how you look. If we are sisters, you know we know how to pull, to support each other now.
We share our rappers.
We share our rappers, they've already said it, so there is no playing it safe. Honor confidentiality, this is very, very important. Whatever remains in Hilton Transcorp remains in Hilton Transcorp. So no, you don't go and say, I should have seen those women. This person said that she had to cook all the food for her husband, and she's so senior. Oh, you must keep those. These are sisters. They are ours. They are for this room. You're not taking it away. So support each other's learning. If I'm struggling, don't just let me struggle. Don't laugh at me. Pull me up. Be curious. Find out how exactly does that work. What does that mean? I haven't heard that phrase, or I've heard that phrase so many times. What does it mean exactly? You talked about time. Please, I think in the 2 rooms we'll have to get a timekeeper. We'll ask for a volunteer because it's good to be on time for all sessions. The e-things, I think this is the one point which was with everybody. And I see them well cluttered on the tables. E-things, can we put them away? Apart from Ayo, all the rest, put away your phones, your laptop, because what happens, it may be on silent, but the minute a message comes, it blips, isn't it? There's a light, so it distracts you. So avoid them, turn them off. And this other one is also pretty important. As I've said, I know we are gelling, we are liking each other, but please don't take the photographs. Some of us like photographs. I might be the facilitator. You're taking photographs and I think that you're taking my photo. So I stop teaching and That's number one. The second thing is this material has an owner, is owned, but you have the same in your books. It's just that it has been put out in slide form. So please do not take the photographs of the slides or record the training. If you are recording on the video, you miss what I am saying and what the others are saying. But also there are issues of rights, please. So don't take the photographs and don't, I'm not talking about you. Don't take the photographs of each and everything on the participants stands here, all you're doing is taking photographs. And then don't forget the rights issue. We mixed you up so that you can connect and network. So make sure by the time you leave here, you have 20 new sisters minimum, and that is possible. And then the last one, have fun. Laugh at yourself, laugh at others, but enjoy yourself. We can do that?
Yeah.
Hey, Chioma!
Hasha.
So this is the time now we commit to this. Can you shake somebody's hand and say, I am going to comply to these guidelines? I am going to comply to Thank you. I see there is power here. I'm not a lawyer. I may be a company secretary, but I'm not a lawyer. But I enjoyed making you say that. So as we come to the end of this session, as we break for tea, I have one announcement. And as you are told, we are breaking into 2 groups. But we already have names on the tables. The names on the tables should remain as they are, and the owners of those names should find themselves at those seats. So maybe as you came, we sat where with the seat which was available, and that may not be where you're required to sit. So please sit where you should be. If you're at the back, you will be shown the room you're going to. So please do not sit at somebody else's, because that person will be displaced. Plus also there is some arrangement and thought that went into mixing the groups. Is that okay? Yes. All right, so can we break for tea? Titi, any announcement?
If you haven't done, yes. If you haven't taken the MBTI assessment, please see me, this tea break. And then for those whose names are not on tables, we're going to Kano Hall. Kano Hall. Yes, and tea is served at Kano Hall. So for those who are not sitting here, your tea is served